believe it's a bronze silver border game. And this is a player who wants to look to get better at tank.
Five, four,
So
three.
Team comp. Both are running dual shield, surprisingly. You have Mercy Moira, Ash, Junkrat, Rein Sick, which is pretty decent. So it means you've got good poke and then also good aggressive stand. So it's just knowing when to switch between brawl. Their team, they're also running double shield with the inferior Sigma Orisa. They're also running Pharmacy, which it might be hard for you to deal with because it's just the lowest skill of this game. But this you should just be able to.
Attackers incoming.
Okay, damn it.
Barrier won't hold together.
If you're holding back of card, don't hold shot. Otherwise it just breaks for no reason. If you're holding front of card, use it. The thing with Ryan is you need to, and his shield is, since you are a main tank and you're going to be doing the shielding for your team, and you can't just replace a full HP one like Orisa and Winston, you need to keep your shield health up as much as you can and try and not just let it take damage. Because at this point, okay, they're all back here, so they're holding this corner, so they've got natural cover, so they can poke in, poke out, even if shields drop. So soldier's up here, he's just going to be laying damage into your team. So if you're holding back, you need to be holding back and shielding the soldier and the Pharah. Otherwise they're going to be an issue. You've got natural cover, so if you call that, now you're alone. You're back up here now. Your team's gone. With no shield. So this is when you want to be backing off. You need to back to your healers and take natural cover. With this much natural cover, you're just standing out here. And you have no shield health. Your healers are playing more defensively and you just get deleted. Shoot off so. Now your team is backing off. So they just get stuck getting deleted. Okay. So now this is where you need to be aware. Your team's on the left and you've just run around right. So this means you're not shielding your team. You're sort of, okay, you're just, now you come back to your team, that's fine. But realizing that you walk forward, lead the left side, you want to be more centered into the moves that they have. With the pharmacy, walk forward, you drop shield. Why is mine? And then you walk in. This is what you need to be doing, just you need to be doing it with your team. And you're 2 down, so, and a mech down. You've lost your other shield. So, you need to be playing. So, now you can't just rush at them, walk over them. Your engagements have to be slightly better. Now you've got an echo. Ash, so the pharmacy is a little bit harder. You're sort of taking damage, yeah, and your team doesn't back out, so they just get deleted. So since you've got small advantage, you can play aggressively here. Yeah? Okay, that's it. You need a call when you're doing it. That's the idea, but that's a little bit actually, I didn't see that Shatter. Okay. A little bit of shadow shield, like, you got the entirety of the ult onto you, which is fine, which makes your mercy can just res it. Bad, they get res. Yeah. Firestrike's not predicting. You'll run them as you go. And you push forward. You could be playing more aggressively here. They're holding that. You could be like here in this phase, like this. It's a lot less open, and you can. The thing is, with rein, your shield's weakened now, so you want to be playing around natural cover more. So you can literally just push here, and then start swinging on them, and then push back, push forward, swing, push back, take cover, let shield regen, and then just keep playing this, and then pushing them back, which then means they're enclosed into this closed area, meaning your Junkrat can just spam into them, your Echo can just spam into them. And it's like if Echo wants to flank, she can come up over above them and get behind, and then funnel them even further, which allows you to play more aggressive, which means there's less shields for your Junkrat, so your Junkrat can do more damage. This is okay. Now here you can make the decision to go. You don't make the decision to go with there's 3 ways you can use charge. You can use it to make space and literally just run YOLO charge into the entire team, which just forces them back. You can use the short charges to get a kill, and then you can use the charge as movement. So that's like when you, which you can do to like when you walk into an enemy team, then you can 180. Blocking up the fire. And she dies. Turn around again. Cool. It's fine. And your team just got cut off the soldier. That's not. It's not entirely your fault. Like you should have had support there, but you got cut. They cut off. So you could have just go a little bit passively. Nice. Probably put it with rein. Something you can do as your charge ends, you can jump to, you can bunny hop, which is jumping at the end of charge to keep some of that momentum for when you jump further. Yep, putting corner, nice. Nice kill. You don't have to stand still when you Firestrike. Keeping shield health alive because you're not peeking. Nice. Now your team's playing aggressively, you would be risky, but it works. Yep, just holding shield. So nice block. Unlucky. Ideally, but the thought behind it isn't bad. Wait. Slow this down. You will
The checkpoint.
Reverting personality.
Shatter. Unlucky. You wanna try and there's a gap between the shields. Yep. Of that and try and make sure you can pull shield. What happens here is not like using arms, so you just sort of stay. It's just what's key here. And keeping a lot of ults is being used here. You can call to try and call to say don't.
Not as young as I used to be.
Oh, it's yours. when you're fire striking, it is a projectile, so don't shoot where they are. Shoot where you think they're going to. And as you gain more experience with Ryan, you'll understand projectile a little better. Nice swinging. Yeah, no, that's good. So you swing. Like I said, just being better at fire striking. That's just something you learn. That's good. So I'm not seeing glaring mistakes. Your shatters need work. Your fire striking needs work. And then you just need timing when you're being aggressive. So, but overall, so far, this is looking pretty good.
There is no obligation for the universe to make
Ooh, a
sense
Sigma
to you.
knock. I wouldn't be honestly. Oh, that's not the right button. And I'm flat.
Assemble at this location.
Off tank. Okay. Now you're going
Group up
with double
here.
shield.
Changing position.
Yep.
Form up.
But yeah, with Ryan, like when you were being aggressive, it was mainly like slightly over aggressive, but it wasn't glaringly brain dead aggression. And then just when you're being aggressive, when you're being like those moments when you're being very aggressive, tone down the aggression. So you want to shift, you want to tighten the amount of aggression. You want to be more aggressive at the points where you're being passive. And the points where you're being aggressive, you need to be less aggressive.
What is this?
That's just something you need to learn.
5,
Also,
3,
notice from your Rhine is also you need to be using shield health
2.
and your health as resources. They're both resources that you can manage.
Enemies faster.
You can use your body to block. That's aggressive shield. Arisa's shield is up, so you don't need any heals. Like, okay. With the way what? Reaper killed himself?
Ready for battle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Oh, okay. No, I just wanted to see what happened there. So, you're eating behind a shield. Don't do that. So, the way you use your the way kinetic grasp works is there's 2 reasons you want to be using it. 3 reasons you want to be using it. One is to no, 2 reasons you want to be using it. One is to keep no 3. One is to cancel ultimates. 2 is to keep yourself alive, and then 3 is using it to allow your shield to regen. And so you push aggressively up if they don't have stuns, because otherwise it just gets wasted. And the mitigation doesn't get turned into shields. And in this double shield comp, the ways you want to use your shield as Sigma is one is to use it with mobility and put it at the off angles that they're taking. You use it to protect yourself, or you use it to help cycle Orissa's shield. So now you want to shield up in front of your team. And now you're eating to keep yourself alive. You don't need to shield up yet, because they still have the Reaper, so you need to be aware of the Reaper. No. He's killed one, so you want to turn around. He's on you. Oh, awareness, buddy. Oh dear. So what you want to be doing is there's two things about awareness. One is physically looking around, is keeping an eye on their team, like constantly checking what their team comp is, see if they have flankers, and then looking around. Or you can use the sound cues, like him walking up behind, death blossoming, shadow stepping. Like you can turn subtitles on to help with that, so you can see when he shadows. Yeah, he just walks into it. Oh, you get res.
A scientific miracle.
That was a stupid res. Hold up. Yeah. You just put it out here. Yeah, eating to keep yourself alive. Put up shield. Put up shield. No. Now you have a Winston. So with your rock, it no longer has the it's been nerfed slightly to the point where you can't one-shot combo at range like you from 20 meters like you could before. If you're in close range, you shoot rock, shoot melee. At the end of every double shoot, you want to be trying to melee, because that's approximately the time it takes for your bows to reset. With that composition, you will be using your rock to as CC, not as shield break and a threat.
That music.
Because you didn't really get the chance. You didn't stabilize your test properly. Now, this is good. You're regrouping at a safe distance where you can poke and potentially get a pick if anyone overextends. That's good. Now, you're playing too aggressively. You either want to be taking off angles, or you want to be... Oh, you got 244. Or you want to be taking off angles, or be with your Ursa. Where's your Ursa? That is a good question. Here, okay. That's not aggressive. That's not your fault. Too much, you got shattered. About that, and then it's just the ultimate. So now you don't need to use your eat or rock as defense. Okay, so they're coming up on us. So you want to use it. Save eat and rock for fire slash. Since you've got a point to read. Yep. You can use. So now you want to stay with the Orisa. I swear every. You want to ideally you just need to remember to use your shield as your signal. Like this is good. At the moment, that's nice. It's a pretty good use. Just completely make space for your Orisa. So what you need to notice is your Orisa is playing really passive. And if you want to play it more aggressively, you want to take the rein. But you want to also play 6 for that. And I'm playing the so that's fine. But you can use your, there's 3 ways to use your ult. There's 1, to allow your team to stabilize and buy time, and use it as a zoning ult. You can use it to get kills, or you can use it to young people. To get a win, to force this deny. Force a win. When a hog hooks, you can, it's a good thing to either put shield in front of him, walk in front of him with grasp, or just walk into him, so that you can save your switches. You just need to look around more, and stay aware of where your team is. You can do this fight anyway. One.
You are advised to look behind my back.
Your rein looks a lot better than your Sigma, so I'd say probably stick trying to win.
Barrier in place.
Goodbye.
Your barrier use isn't the best as Sigma.
Barrier won't hold together. My barrier is destroyed.
Like, the way you want to be using Sigma's barrier is because like the way Sigma works if you're playing him at a man tank role is you're constantly controlling space. So he controls space, not makes it. He can with rock, but it's not the best space making tool. But you want to be controlling space as Sigma.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Think of it like a
Special attack.
okay.
This is not your time.
Equation. What's that equation?
Oh, nice. Drop your shield. Drop your shield.
Ah, bedankt.
I'm sensing the start of
Your
a
shield.
prophetic flux.
You need to learn how to use your shield properly. You pretty much always want to be putting it in a useful spot. It's either it's pretty much is always, it should pretty much never be static.
Thank you.
It should always be moving. Space first, you can always take shield away, I believe. So now you have a slight time advantage here in the defense again.
Score 3-3.
And
Initiating
we'll just see it.
ready for battle.
So you're the renegade, this is good. My diva.
Incoming.
Let's see what that shit. This is good.
Think you can keep up with
My
me?
ultimate is charged. Fortune favors
Sitting in
the
the corner, so you got good. Oh, don't sit up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers
Natural cover there isn't good.
incoming.
Now you're split up. You're gonna be,
Stop the pain.
you're gonna be sitting. You sit up on the left side of it. So you just get rolled into that position. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Still kicking. Incoming.
So now you need to play slow, regroup, and then you can contest. This is where you failed last time. Leave shield. Like Zen should Zen just spam, right? Just shield. But as soon as they back to it, okay, now you get out. Now you get out.
Get into position.
It's not your job to steal. you've got yours. We're gonna follow that. Okay, we're gonna take that back. And we're gonna break it down further. So okay. So here we are. Okay. So your Diva and Mario are dead. So you have a Mercy who's stuck here. So you've got no healing at the moment. A Fire who's trying to escape. And an Ad. So you need a place. So your idea here is to stay in this bridge area and play passively until you get 18. So you probably want to be holding on the corner. On either side, either the inside corner or outside corner of that archway. And you want to just be putting your shield up when default damages. You can sustain poke where you are, and then this is you just charge too late. You just don't get on the line here. It's not your job to deal with the Reaper. That's not your team's job. And you've backed out on your team isn't, so this isn't, you see the. You shouldn't try and duel a Reaper unless you're one-shotting them. No, you're not winning that. Or he's fighting someone and you come help them. Could you just swing animation cancel with Firestrike and then swing on them. Now you can try to okay, so now you have your Shatter. So the thing with Shatter is you can get basically free shatters if you're playing close enough around the. So the thing with Rein is his swinging animation. The times where Rein can block a shatter can't block a shatter is when he's fire striking, charging. When he's fire striking, charging, or mid shatter animation. Those are the times he can't shatter, and when he's dead. Like those are the times where he can't put shield up. So he's probably not going to be charging into you. He doesn't have Shatter because he used it last fight. He's only at 11%. So the most likely there's two ways you're going to be getting a Shatter off. One, they play aggressive. There's three ways you're going to be getting a Shatter off. They walk aggressively and just walk past you. Two, you kill him, or the first one, like they walk past you. Or you just get in a spot where you can shatter without the Rein being in the way. Two, he dies. Or three, you catch him mid Firestrike. Firestrike is 6 seconds. So they Firestrike, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they'll probably Firestrike again. Because it's quite common to see Reins, even higher up, to pretty much just Firestrike of cooldown.
Group up with me.
Join with me.
And then you play close, so he's mid-animation, you shatter him through the animation, and then you drop the team and go. Capture. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Nice disengage. Thank you. Strike. Very large. Lucio. Your target priority, that was really good. You went to go for the Lucio, saw he was out of reach, the one on the right. If you're looking to go with that, that was a decent shatter. And yeah, I think that was quite good. Good target priority there, really, really good. happens if you're a Sigma player. You
Score
go into Sigma because you cheat.
4-3.
No been
Switching
running.
sides.
Wait, a Reaper who can't get out of it without you being stunned.
Initiating match.
So it's fine. So, who are we
Ready
on?
for battle.
We're on the, I like your run. It's got lots of potential.
We're gonna do great.
Like, if you just understand the points where you're being aggressive,
Attackers incoming
get better at
in 30
fire striking,
seconds.
get better at shattering.
Let's get to it already.
Your use of charge is pretty, and then
Group up.
when you're using charge as a movement tool,
Reinhardt, you said
bunny
you
hopping.
can't wrestle me. Nervous?
So yeah, like the way, is general, the way you engage your shield. So the things you need to work on, from what I've seen on your run,
4,
is
3,
your shield
2,
management.
1. Attackers incoming.
Just understanding how fire strike functions,
Escort
getting better at how your shatter functions. I think that's mainly target warriors are doing. That's because it's not just, you didn't just immediately charge into them when you got the bubble, which is good. And then once your team was closer, you could walk into them. That was nice. Shield. Yeah, that's a good. That was quite good because you push in, get the kill, get out while you still bubble. Now you're playing passive. Right? Now you just hold shield while you get healed. Nice.
Thank you, my friend.
More just wasting healing.
I need to recharge.
Dodge the fire strike. Fire strike. And then the shadow wasn't necessary there. That was good. That was a good play. I like that. Some would say it was a bad play, but because you just YOLO'd into that team. But you see, at first I'm like, what are you doing? But no, this is good because this is a really good way to make space. The shadow was unnecessary. You probably shouldn't have used the shadow. You got lucky to kill them all. Because look, your card's almost there. They have to engage now. You go into them, completely CC them away. Get their eye. Shadow vision for yourself. I've been able to. Nice. Now you've overstayed your welcome. Like, you could have lived through that. Like, if the wall hadn't, but it's eh. You just go through and walk through that team.
Group up with me. Group up. Group up. My ultimate is almost charged.
But I like that because you, it's like I said before, you're using your charge to make space, which isn't a bad thing.
This will heal you.
60 seconds remaining. Surrender to my will.
Okay, you get walled off. You probably didn't realize. That's okay. It's not a bad death.
Approaching its
It
destiny.
is bad that you died, but it's not entirely your fault you got walled off. There's not
Group up with me.
30 seconds
Yep,
into
I'm
the
pulling
battle.
pub, you're waiting. You peek forward, you fire strike, you get out. That's good. You had time to block that.
10 seconds remaining.
Out of time. Attack.
You waste your life there.
There is still more.
There's two.
Is my will.
There's
Moving to me.
okay, I see what you're doing. Better.
Attention.
Yeah, here. You sort of just threw your life away here multiple times. For no reason.
Ominous portent.
like, eh. You're like,
Moving to payload.
overall, it's got a lot of potential. But you sort of just feel like here you were being like pressured all the time, and you're just like, oh, I gotta get in. I gotta get in. But you had numbers. You could have played slightly more kit. Like you, it's fine. It's overtime. Like you could have played better with your life, but it wasn't bad. It's potential. So the main things you need to work on is rein, which is your main character. I'm assuming is that you need to work on your shield management so it stays alive more. That as well as Sigma, but the way you make rein is make spaces by just walking into them basically, and having your team help you. So you can play like you're playing passive. You can play slightly more aggressively when you're playing passive. You can be in the front of cart and be pushing them back. You need to understand like work. So your shield management and how aggressive you are is two things that fundamentally would improve your gameplay a lot. Then like the more niche things is fire striking. Just try and practice like hitting fire strikes. Find like a code that allows like movement, and then you're just learning how Firestrike works at range. Go into the practice range, practice on the bots, and get an understanding. Then go to more advanced methods of training. And then also shattering. Just when you shatter, like be closer so it's easier follow up. But you've got potential. It looks good from what I've seen. I hope you find this helpful.